3 people you'd want on your team in a zombie apocalypse.
I think probably The Rock. I feel like he has hopefully had actual training, not just fake movie stunt training, hopefully. Andrew Tate, I feel like nothing's gonna want to with him. He seems to be, above the law even. So we can just combine him with Tristan, I feel like they're like one person. Who else would be the third one? Oh, Trump, he dodges bullets. It's a good one to have.
But zombies don't shoot.
No, not that you know of.
It's not funny at all.
And now a word from our sponsor.
This episode was brought to you by Zipex, nicotine-infused toothpicks. Zipex brings you a totally satisfying, convenient, and great-tasting way to curb your nicotine cravings. Now you can get your nicotine fix anytime, anywhere, without having to rely on smoking or vaping. Zipex toothpicks give you an easier, better, and more discreet way to get your fix. Zipex aren't just great nicotine delivery devices, they also satisfy the hand-to-mouth habit and the oral fixation commonly associated with smoking and vaping.
I had a woman tell me about that recently.
They're available in 6 great long-lasting flavors and have options between 2 milligrams and 3 milligrams of nicotine. Zipex toothpicks are perfect for flights, sporting events, restaurants, and literally everywhere else that smoking and vaping are banned. They're one of the most cost-effective nicotine products in the market, and they're produced in the USA. If you're not a nicotine user or you're just trying to get away from your nicotine habit, Zipex also offers caffeine and B12 infused toothpicks for a quick energy boost. Zipex has already helped hundreds of thousands of people get their nicotine fix. So what are you waiting for? Get some nicotine-infused toothpicks at ZipexToothpicks.com today, or get 10% off your first order by using the code GUNDO at checkout. You must be 21 or older. Warning, nicotine is an addictive chemical. Zip more, smoke less. Fresh off of her hard-hitting Dextro interview where they asked Amouranth the questions we all really wanted to know, like, who would you pick in a zombie apocalypse? Who's on the Mount Rushmore of streamers? Jesus H. Christ. Tell me there's nothing to talk about when asking this vapid human questions. Why not some real ones like, hey, remember how you lied about being married for like 10 years?
No.
Isn't it weird how your husband's in your content and it's all centered around drama? Almost as if it's manufactured.
Stop him! Negative comments, right? Endless negative comments. It didn't affect me. Like, I've always heard streamers say, and she's always told me, oh, it eventually eats at you. Eventually it eats at you. Maybe that's true. We'll find out. But for now, it doesn't bother me. Like, it doesn't. Like, I can read it and smile.
Because it's all real. And it's not an act. It's all reality. What? Is that real crap or fake crap?
It's real crap. Let's go.
Because that's where we are now with content creation. It's disgusting and putrid, but what are you gonna do? It's late stage capitalism, or as I like to call it, late stage content creation, where everyone is a fake piece of garbage.
And I can't curse yet because I haven't hit the 7-second mark.
Well, anyway, Amouranth and her husband have a new drama. Whoa, what a surprise! What if they do something different? Get a new scriptwriter.
We went on vacation and we were so happy.
Well, anyway, Amouranth is now a rich, dusty woman, and her husband is a jaded Asian pimp.
It's funny when I say it that way.
Save her! Yes, yes!
Amouranth's pimp tells us about how they only make $1 million a month. Wow, what a struggle.
We have a kit contract. And we still do this, right? The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what only alone used to make in 22 and 23.
So her OnlyFans is making less money. And it's not a surprise. Most of the guys who are paying for it realize that they're not actually getting real adult. Endless LARPing scenes where she's like giving mouth work to plastic phallic objects, pretending it's real. Gooners have some level of self-respect where they expect the real deal if that's what they're paying for. And they now know that her page doesn't give them what they want. In time, it'll be even less, because frankly, you can watch some burnt-out redhead pretend to be blown.
He's not funny at all.
2022 and 2023 and 2021. Back then, often hit a monthly of $2 million. Currently, last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus Adelaide, did about 1.2 to 1.3. Sometimes 1.5. Actually, kind of frequently 1.5. But you get what I'm saying? So if you look at it, we made more money in 22 and 23 per month than we did any of the months in the last 2 years.
I guess only making $1.5 million is a big disappointment. When your life is so semi-charmed, you don't realize that America's in a recession. People can't even afford homes or buy food. But God forbid, the only girl and her pimp husband only make 7 figures a month.
Talk about a first world problem. I can't believe I just sat through that. The worst ever seen in my life, and how it makes more money than I'll ever see in my life. It just really driving home how screwed up everything is, where I think to myself, you know, if the asteroid came, it wouldn't be the worst thing. We've had our moment. We girl bossed too close to the sun. Maybe it's time to cancel the humans. Ugh. How come Dextro didn't ask Amouranth for all the money she's made? Where's the animal sanctuary? Remember that? Oh my god, amazing money for an animal sanctuary. Where is it?
I want to take my stream and use that to educate people for animals, and I want to like rescue dogs and horses. I want to either have my own sanctuary, or I want to be able to work at an existing sanctuary and like support it with like huge donations of like fund it and help save more animals. And then I also want to have my own separate like
Lies! She bought like a couple McDonald's, and I don't think obese people count as an animal sanctuary. She bought some gas stations. Not one horse was saved.
She is stunning and brave.
That's fine.
Regardless.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Observe me. Observe me.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well,
in my
then
face.
leave. I'm not going to follow you.
God, this acting is terrible. I'll give it to the husband, though. He can play his role pretty well. And look at all the jewelry he's wearing. This dude's turning into Liberace. That's what happens when you have too much money. You just start buying the jewelry, covering yourself. He goes anywhere. It sounds like some of his jangling keys. And in the middle of it, there's these godforsaken birds constantly chirping.
So you're literally just going to be super defiant, is that right?
Talk about problems. Hey, what's wrong with you, bro? Leave. You
face.
can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera.
You know what I'm going to say, right?
No.
Okay. You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
I'm supposed to believe that they're like arguing and fighting with each other for 17 hours straight. Nobody has that energy, not even a woman. A woman has a good 8 to 9 hours of fighting her before she has to nap and recharge. Who would pay to watch this, bro? Like, for real. What are you doing with your life that you watch Amouranth's live stream where her and her husband stage arguments? She was just madly in love with this dude a week or two ago when he supposedly invaders. And then now the husband's in the mix and we're all like, oh, look, he exists, and everybody's cool with it. If I was a pay pig, I would have revolted, bro.
What is wrong with you? You got.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Wait, the cops are here? I wish they'd get arrested for wasting police resources again.
I can't. How much further do I have to go for people? How much more trash must I ingest mentally and spiritually before it's enough and I have 1 million subscribers? I'm not even asking for $1 million anymore.
Can we talk about you kissing black men while we're married?
That is not even true.
Were you-
Oh my god.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that one.
We can talk about that, sure.
Okay.
Oh my god, Amouranth's husband are those alligator loafers with no socks. This dude's a supervillain. He's a supervillain.
You had me go on Tinder dates I didn't want to go on, and then you started calling me while we were at the karaoke bar a lot.
Me if you could have an open relationship.
That is no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open relationship.
No, did you ask that? Okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron. Did we say that?
No, that is
never?
not.
You
no.
never asked that?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. We're gonna lie to your chat now. Okay.
We're literally not lying.
And you didn't give him the.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Correct. I
didn't
not
drive up on you guys together. You giving him a parking lot in Chinatown.
This brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, Big Trouble, Little China.
Hey boy, you like what you see? You like?
These men can't even make us money of such sexual acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money?
Yes.
You're retarded.
Oh.
Well, God, I don't want to defend Amouranth, but he did turn her into this. When Amouranth started, she was originally a goofball chick that was dressed as a Disney princess at the Disneyland in Texas. And now look what she's become. She went from a bright-eyed girl full of smiles to having this dead look in her face, and her soul is completely deleted.
And granted, this is probably fake, but good lord, why am I here? How many more videos are there? I'm only going through one more.
All your friends can know your position on this. What is your problem? Strongly enough, they have to swat.
I cannot deal with this anymore.
Can you imagine that?
Call your dad.
She's actually defending the guy who swatted.
Call your
She's
dad.
like, well,
Call your dad.
This is what happens, ladies, when you date a tall dude who's got abs. This is what comes with it. Anarchy. Basically, that's what's going on right now. Amouranth and her husband are on the new grift of where it's just, look at our marriage fall apart. It's literally a streamer reality TV show. Think of it being 90 Day Fiancé, Discovery Plus, but instead of it being broke people that are actually having real issues on a TV show for $2,000 an episode, it's multi-millionaires looking for clout and people to tune in by any means necessary. Last time we saw them, they were being attacked by murderous robbers, and the husband takes one of them out and shoots the guy, but nobody's been found. The guy gets shot. There's no blood. There's no DNA. And that's after Amouranth told everybody she was the one who shot the guy, and they broke into the house, but then it was actually a jogging scene. There's so many layers of bullshit.
And you can't trust it. Because remember, she lied about being married for years to make as much money as possible. She said she left her husband and she was going to quit doing adult stuff. Still doing it. She even lied about being in the DMs of Kanye West. What did that prove? Nothing. It was another day where people paid attention. Please stop tagging me in Amouranth stuff. It's all fake. Do not tag me again unless somebody ends up canceled from life subscription.